As you listen to the sound of my voice, just notice how naturally and effortlessly you can begin to relax, settling into a comfortable space, a place where you can begin to realize how deeply powerful and fascinating this moment can be. There's no rush at all. Everything happens in its perfect timing, as you gently notice how your mind is open, receptive to new ideas, to new possibilities, to change. You see, in life there are moments when you might notice things seem to flow smoothly, effortlessly, almost like you're riding the current of a river. And in those moments, when the flow feels easy, that you recognize how deeply you're able to connect with the experience of others. It's like a dance, a perfect synchrony, where you and another move together in harmony, each step matching the other. And then, as the rhythm naturally unfolds, you find yourself gently guiding the dance, creating a new direction, a new experience. Notice for a moment how you can easily align with the feeling of someone else, pacing them with effortless precision, as though it's a natural part of the process, a deep connection that flows without force. You've always known how to pace, how to match. The deeper you connect, the more easily you can notice the subtle shifts, the subtle cues that tell you when to begin to guide, to lead, to help another person move from one state to another. It's so smooth, so seamless. And as you match that rhythm, you also begin to realize the process of leading. It isn't something you have to think about. It's something you allow to happen, almost as though you're stepping into a new role, one that feels entirely natural, familiar and empowering. It's like gently walking beside someone, noticing the terrain, the path they're on, and then with ease guiding them in the direction of their own best future. And now you can think about the power of pacing and leading, because pacing, as you know, is the art of becoming deeply aware of where someone is, being so attuned to their experience. It feels almost as though you're stepping into their shoes, seeing through their eyes, feeling through their emotions. Then, from that space, the natural, effortless process of leading unfolds, just like a whisper in the wind, gently nudging them to see things in a new way, guiding them to new behaviours, new beliefs, new patterns, all in perfect alignment with their own desires. It's in this dance, this exchange, where your beliefs align, where you know deep within, the change is not something that happens because of force, but because of understanding. And as you understand, you begin to realize everything you do is an invitation to change, to step into a new experience, to embrace a new pattern. And you lead not with words alone, but with your energy, your presence, your focus, creating a space for transformation to happen effortlessly, naturally. Imagine now the subtle yet powerful shifts that can happen as you begin to pace and lead in every moment, in every conversation. See how easily you can move between different states, first aligning, matching, pacing, and then, with a simple thought, an idea or suggestion, you can lead them where they need to go, as though you are walking alongside them the entire time, just gently guiding them forward. And now it's so clear, isn't it? The power of pacing and leading is simply in the knowing where you are, where the other person is, and with the most effortless of movements, shifting the direction towards something better, something more empowering, something that brings joy, freedom, or understanding. All it takes is the willingness to be present, to notice, and to gently guide. And as you reflect on this, you can feel the confidence growing within you, the belief that pacing and leading is not only a skill, but a way of being. And you begin to realize, with every conversation, every interaction, you can create the possibility for change. You can pace, you can lead, you can make it happen with such ease and grace. because deep down you know you're simply guiding them to where they already want to be, with every word, every gesture, every subtle cue you give. And as this process deepens, you understand more fully how pacing and leading can be used to create powerful shifts, both in yourself and in others. It's a natural ability, a skill that you've always had, just waiting to be fully realised. And now, as you allow this belief to integrate, you can feel your confidence expanding, your sense of presence becoming more magnetic, your influence growing in ways that feel so natural, so effortless, so empowering. And as you embrace this understanding, you realise pacing and leading, it's not just about guiding others, it's about guiding yourself too, understanding where you are, where you want to go, and with each step, bringing yourself closer to your own higher potential. Because when you can pace and lead, you align with the flow of life itself. Everything begins to unfold in its perfect timing. Feel that sensation now as you allow yourself to fully integrate this new way of being. You're pacing, you're leading, and with each passing moment, your ability to create transformation grows. You're not just influencing others, you're influencing yourself, guiding your own mind to deeper understanding, to greater clarity, and to the realization that everything you desire is already unfolding naturally, effortlessly, with each step, each choice, each shift. And so, as you rest in this feeling, knowing that pacing and leading is an integral part of who you are, you can smile, knowing you've unlocked a deeper level of your potential. And each moment from here forward will be filled with the gentle, powerful flow of pacing and leading, taking you places you never thought were possible, with ease and with grace. And as you continue to listen to my voice, it's interesting to notice just how deeply the idea of pacing and leading is becoming a natural part of you. You may not even need to consciously think about it, because your unconscious mind is already integrating the subtle shifts, the powerful changes, and the effortless flow of pacing and leading. Every word, every suggestion, every pause, it's like a gentle ripple in a still pond, expanding outward, reaching all parts of your mind, deepening your understanding and your connection to this new way of being. You might begin to notice, without even trying, how easy it is to sense where others are. It's as if you're always in tune with their experience, feeling their energy, their emotions, their state. And with just a subtle shift in your own presence, you can move in perfect harmony with them. And in that harmonious space, guiding them becomes so natural, so effortless. Just like a dance that you've always known, a rhythm your body and your mind instinctively understand. You lead without effort, knowing when you pace, you align perfectly with their internal world. And when you lead, you create a path forward that feels like the most natural step. And perhaps you can feel it now, this deepening belief in the ease of pacing and leading. There's no pressure, no struggle. It's simply about understanding. When you connect with someone, you can be completely attuned to their experience. You match, and then, in the same smooth motion, you lead them to a new place. You don't force it, you don't push, because you know change happens when the other person feels seen, heard, and understood. Imagine how this works. How you can guide someone to their highest potential just by becoming attuned to them, by matching their energy, and then gradually guiding them forward. Every word you speak, every gesture you make, it's in perfect harmony with the person in front of you. And with each moment you feel more confident in your ability to pace, to lead, to create transformation. You see, the more you practice pacing and leading, the more effortless it becomes. And as you become more and more skilled, you start to notice how the small, subtle shifts have the greatest impacts. A slight change in your posture, a pause in your speech, a subtle shift in your voice. These things, seemingly insignificant, hold so much power. And as your unconscious mind becomes more attuned to these subtle cues, you can't help but notice how easy it becomes to guide people with just the smallest movement, with just the gentlest suggestion. They follow naturally because they trust you, because they feel that you are with them, and because you've created a space where transformation happens naturally. As you think about this now, you can begin to sense that pacing and leading is not only about external cues, but also about a deep internal alignment. Your own mind, your own beliefs, they're perfectly in sync with the process. You trust yourself completely, knowing your ability to pace and lead. It's rooted in deep understanding. And this understanding brings with it an unwavering confidence. You can feel it growing within you, that certainty, that knowing that you have the ability to guide yourself and others to places of incredible change. And now perhaps you realize pacing and leading, they're not just techniques you use with others. They're ways of being in the world, ways of connecting, ways of influencing, not just actions, but beliefs, thoughts, and emotions. You lead with belief. You pace with understanding. And because of this, everything you do feels so natural, so fluid, so right. And with each passing moment, you become more attuned to the subtle cues that tell you when it's time to pace, when it's time to lead. You can feel how these moments, these choices, they're becoming more easy to you. It's like a second nature. This process of pacing and leading, you can feel it within yourself, growing stronger, more ingrained, more automatic with each thought, with each experience. Every time you connect with someone, you realize pacing and leading is as natural as breathing. And as you deepen your connection to the process, you begin to notice you're becoming more aware of the ways in which you can pace and lead, not just others, but yourself. You notice how you can guide your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own behaviours, just as easily as you guide others. It's all part of the same flow, the same natural process. The more you embrace pacing and leading, the more you realise it's not just about what you do, it's who you are. You're the person who can connect with anyone, who can sense their state and lead them to something better. You're the person who understands the natural flow of change, and you trust that flow completely. And as you do, you can feel how deeply ingrained these beliefs are becoming. They're settling in, layer by layer, like soft waves washing over the shore, gently, naturally, effortlessly. And it's with this deep belief in pacing and leading, this profound understanding of its power, that you move forward. You can feel your own potential expanding, becoming limitless, as you step more fully into this role of guiding transformation, not only for others, but for yourself. You trust every moment brings new opportunities to pace and lead. And with each opportunity, you become more skilled, more confident, more powerful. You can feel it now, as though it's already becoming true. And as you continue to listen, just notice how deeply these beliefs are starting to sink into your unconscious mind, taking root effortlessly. It's almost like you don't need to think about it anymore. Your mind is already embracing the natural flow of pacing and leading, feeling it, becoming it. And as you sink deeper into this understanding, you may start to realize everything you do, every word you speak, every thought you have, is already aligned with the process of pacing and leading. There's no effort needed, because you have already learned pacing is simply the act of connecting, matching and understanding where someone is at right now. And as you do, there's no need to force the next step. The next step comes naturally, because your ability to lead is rooted in the perfect moment of awareness. And as you lead, you simply guide them with ease, guiding them towards their best outcome, towards their highest potential. Isn't it fascinating how it all just flows? And now you can begin to notice pacing and leading. It's not just something that you do with others. It's something you do with yourself effortlessly, You match your own energy, your own state, and you lead yourself with every choice, every decision. As you align with yourself in this way, it becomes clearer and clearer how easy it is to shift your own state, your own behaviour, and your own beliefs. This realization, this knowing, is becoming deeply ingrained, like a familiar path that you walk down each day. In fact, notice how your unconscious mind is already beginning to create these shifts without even thinking about them. It's like you've unlocked a key inside you that opens the door to an infinite number of possibilities. The moment you recognize where you are and where you want to go, you naturally step into the role of a leader, gently, softly, yet powerfully guiding yourself towards the next step, towards the future you want to create. And as you reflect on this, you might begin to sense how pacing and leading is not about trying to control or manipulate. Rather, it's about creating an environment in which transformation can happen naturally without force. When you pace, you align with someone's experience. When you lead, you offer a gentle suggestion, an invitation, a path forward. It's all about creating a space where change can happen in its own time, at its own pace. You can feel how powerful this understanding is becoming. You don't need to rush. The more relaxed and present you are, the more effortlessly your pacing becomes, and the more effortlessly you lead. It's like the river flowing gently downstream, the current of change guiding you along with little to no effort. Perhaps as you reflect on this, you'll notice how your unconscious mind is already processing this new belief system, integrating it with every passing moment, with every thought, every breath. And the deeper you go, the more you realize how natural this process is. It's simply about knowing that you are already connected, knowing with every word you speak, you create a space of transformation. You pace, you lead, and it feels so natural, so effortless, that you can hardly distinguish between the two. They flow together in perfect harmony. And that you allow this knowing to sink even deeper into your unconscious mind. You can feel the shift within you. You can feel how your presence, your energy, your awareness is becoming more tuned to those around you, more powerful, more aligned with the process of pacing and leading. You begin to notice how easily you can step into the role of leader, how naturally you're able to guide others to their highest potential. You may find yourself increasingly aware of the subtle cues that let you know when it's time to pace, when it's time to lead. And just as easily, you can notice how your own unconscious mind is using these same techniques on you. When you need to align with your own state, your mind knows just how to pace you. And when you need to gently push towards your next step, you find yourself led without effort, without force, towards the outcome you desire. It's like a symphony that plays effortlessly, each note perfectly timed, each moment flowing with ease. And the more you listen, the more you feel the rhythm, the more you know pacing and leading is not something you do, it's something you are. And in this moment you realize pacing and leading, they're so much more than techniques. They're a way of being, a way of interacting with the world. They're a way of creating transformation, not just in others, but in yourself. And as this belief settles into your unconscious mind, you feel more confident, more at ease, more powerful, because now you know pacing and leading, they're always available to you. You can pace, you can lead, and you do so effortlessly, naturally, and with grace. The more you step into this flow, the more you realize it's always been this easy. You've always had this ability to match, to guide, to influence change. And now, as you feel this new belief deepening, you can sense with every conversation, with every interaction, pacing and leading, they're becoming a natural part of who you are, a powerful tool you can use effortlessly, unconsciously. And as these beliefs take hold, you begin to see how easily you can guide not only others, but your own thoughts, your own actions, your own results. You are the leader of your own life, and pacing and leading are the keys to unlocking your full potential.